The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the New Orleans Saints.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 23-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sheldon Rankins making the stop, and he continues to get better and better after battling injuries earlier in his career. A former first-round pick for the Saints out of Louisville in 2016.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Jeff Okudah up from his cornerback spot to make the play.
Brings up second and 8.
8 yards to go on second down.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This throw caught right around the 6.
Breeze.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
2 veterans, Breeze to Sanders there for a Saints first down. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out Out of the gun, Stafford. Completing it here, Marvin Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly, 9 touchdown catches included in that number. When Marvin Jones goes downfield for a pass, oftentimes he finds his way into the end zone.
At his 48-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Jones has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Pass from Stafford, caught by Amendola. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal.
The line of scrimmage.
This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the forward defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
25 yards.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Traquan Smith. Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7. Lions 3.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Breeze now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Murray has the first down and more. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and 3. To throw, it's Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Complete to Traquan.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to go down, back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
On the carry for New Orleans.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
Saints.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 41, Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange.
Touchdown! New Orleans! Michael Thomas. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they had scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments. adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown looks bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's third down.
And 7.
That's the reason we bought for.
Stafford. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Now Breeze wants the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. Scoop and score. A fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here first and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard.
Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
21 yards. First down.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Breeze now. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. Past the 20. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Breeze pass intercepted.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And the 13-year man puts it through. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They run it again with Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
And it brings up third down.
Breeze now to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes him hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 33. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
You know I'm old school, so I always want a hammer in my backfield. But in short yardage situations, 3rd down pickups, I got to have him. And he picked it up for him right there.
Here's Kamara. And Justin Coleman brings him down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd and 7. Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Jared Cook. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
As the calendar keeps turning, I always hope that someone tells me that I get better with age. But Jared Cook is absolutely doing that. 33 years old back in April. Had a career-high 9 touchdown catches last year in just 14 games. And that was second only to Mark Andrews of the Ravens. Jared Cook, a Pro Bowler after the 2019 season.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. You just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 44, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Amendola with a catch. This is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. Prater's kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
They're on 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards.
A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter.
At the 22-yard line.
Second and 12. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. He's got Smith here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
9-yard line.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
6 yards left on second down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints add on to their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Coverage. He was draped all over it.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. That one good for 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Time to ground it out now with Murray. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Trey Flowers there on the tackle. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense.